everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, but today's one is going to be a collab with Love Simply Sim. So if you don't know who she is, I'll leave a link down below to her channel, so you can go ahead and check out part 1, which I'll link down below as well. So you can go ahead and see that first, because she went ahead and built the exterior of this home, and in today's video we're going to go ahead and do the interior. So once again, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to her, because she does some amazing speed builds on her channel. And yeah, so this one is called WOODLAND MANOR. It's a 64 by 64 lot mansion built in Brilliant Bay. It has 7 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, and it came in at 501,071 simoleons, so that's like $500,000, which is crazy. But I didn't really want to restrict myself in this build with any price or packs or anything like that, so kind of just did what I want, and she did the same as well. And I'm really happy how this build turned out. She did an amazing job at the exterior of this home. So like I said before, if you haven't seen part 1 on her channel yet, be sure to go ahead and check that out before you see this one. And just before we talk about the build a little bit more, if you're new today to my channel, then welcome. My name is Thomas, and my channel here is called Thomas TV, and I do a range of different Sims 4 speed builds mainly. My kind of main thing that I do is mansions like this one, so if you like big builds, then I do a lot of those on my channel. I do at least one every Sunday, and I do some bonus ones here and there through the week. I also upload on Wednesdays and Fridays doing other types of speed builds as well. So I do mainly speed builds, and I do, you know, a few other little things here and there as well, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't, to stay tuned for all of that. And also just a little kind of note, if you're on console and you're playing, the other day I did just have 5 of my builds being ported over to the library there, so if you play on console, then I also have a few builds on there that you can check out. There is a kind of video on my channel kind of going all over that, so I won't talk about that too much today, but if you are a console player, then you can still access my builds. Now this one isn't up there, but I do have 5 others up there right now. And yeah, so in terms of kind of what packs I used today, there is actually quite a lot. Now, no, I tried to kind of restrict myself here and there with packs, but, you know, since this is a collab, you know, we didn't want to restrict each other with what packs, you know, we could use. Just kind of wanted to do what we wanted, really. So there is a lot of packs used in today's build. Actually, all the expansions and all the game packs, I believe, and then most of the stuff packs as well. Now, you can go ahead and go to this build on the gallery. Like I said, my origin ID is RealThomasTV1, or you can access it through the online gallery, and there's a link down below to that as well. And what you can do is you can actually click on the pack icons. So say, for example, if you don't have Get to Work, you can click on Get to Work, and then you can click Show Used Items. And when you look at the Show Used Items from Get to Work, you'll see it's just a window being used. So, you know, there are a lot of packs like that being used today, which only have one item used. So, for example, you know, let's say Strangerville, there's only one type of window used from that pack as well today. And other things as well, like Outdoor Retreat, where there's just a tree used. So that's just a couple of examples where some of the packs used today only feature 1 or 2 items from them. So if you don't have, you know, a certain pack and you look at it and it's only used 1 item, then it's not the end of the world. You can still download the build. And I'm pretty sure that when you download a build, if you don't have a pack, it will replace it with other items as well. So that's another option there too. So we're just kind of working on the interior here because, well, this is a collab, so I'm not doing anything on the exterior. But there is sort of like an exterior building. There's kind of like a guest house thing at the back of the lot, and what I did with that is kind of on the bottom floor made it sort of like a I guess just like another little living room with like a few entertainment areas and stuff like that. And then upstairs it's kind of like a loft, so it's actually classed as outdoors upstairs because it's got the window trick that Avalon did a little while ago, where you can have the illusion of like open windows with glass roofs. So it's got that, so it's kind of like a loft room up there, and imagine maybe like a teen stays there or something. I kind of had that vision when I was building that room. And also just kind of talk about that, I didn't really do any kids rooms in today's build because I wanted to keep this fairly neutral. I do like to do that a lot with my builds, not using too much clutter and not making personalized kids rooms and stuff like that, because personally I feel it's easier for me to do that. So when you download a home from the gallery, it's not like it's personalized for some other family that you're not playing with. It's all neutral, so anybody can download it and then personalize it from there to their families, if that makes sense. So that's just my preferred building style. If you're new today, you didn't know that, but I did do like a teens boy room. Of course it doesn't have to be for that, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But I kind of put one of those little streaming desks in from Get Famous, and I kind of just imagine that he does like YouTube videos and stuff like that, but that's really the only personalised room I did, and honestly you don't have to have it like that. You could replace that Get Famous desk with a normal desk and a computer if you wanted to do that. So this build is very, very grand, and it's kind of split up into sort of like 2 different areas. So it's kind of like the main part of the house, and then it's got this part here which you're seeing with the living room in, and this kind of like sort of like it kind of just extends from the side of the house really, and upstairs is kind of like the master room, but you can't actually access that from the other main staircase in the hallway, like on the entranceway. As you can see here, there is a separate staircase right next to this living room on the right, and that takes you up to like the master bedroom suite. So they've got their own little like hallway area with like a little seating area and fireplace, and you can see this little glass, like sort of like the big glass windows on the side of this living room on the left, and when you're upstairs you can actually look down from there, which is a really nice addition. So the master bedroom was up there. They've got their own bathroom and a huge big like bedroom with all different areas to it, which we'll get on later, and I love how that looks, and it just makes it feel even more grand how it's like a separate part of the house that you can't access from the main part of the main entranceway, if that makes sense. And yeah, so also as well there is a lot of living rooms in this build. I'm trying to like kind of count through them now. So it's this one, I think there's 2, 3, 4, I think there's about 5 living rooms, all varying in size, not all like huge like this. There are some smaller ones, but there's lots of just general seating areas, and also kind of maybe 1 or 2 living room areas like this which are a little bit bigger. So I thought that was a really nice addition as well, because it kind of just makes it feel more grand having so many different seating places for a big home like this. There is also this area here, which is the garage, and what I did with this is kind of made it into a gym area, but it was still even a bit big for a gym, so I also went ahead and put a few easels in there, as well as one of those woodworking tables from Base Game, I think it is, just as a few extra activities, and I felt like it was something that you would find in a garage, along with like workout equipment, so I thought that'd be a nice addition, and it's just, you know, extra things for your Sims to do as well. And I did do a few other activities around the house. So for example, I do have that kind of little gaming table thing from Get Together, you know, like the card game table or something like that, or the Don't Break the Llama, whatever it's called. That game, I did put that upstairs on like the hallway, like landing area, because it was very big, and I went ahead and put that there just because I thought it'd be a nice addition to include an extra activity. I really like it when I download houses from the gallery, even building myself, and have loads of things like that, because to be honest, you don't really need to even leave the house because it's such a big lot. It's got everything you need in it. There's also a lot of like outdoor seating areas like this. Mona went ahead and actually did a lot of it herself, like the exterior furnishing, which is great. And also is like a few balcony areas and little porches and things like that, which I also went ahead and furnished with a few exterior seating areas. There we go. And this room right here is kind of like a very different colour scheme to the rest of the house, because as you would have seen, kind of the main kind of colour scheme running throughout the house is very dark, like lots of browns and stuff like that. But this is kind of the complete opposite, it's very light and bright, and I actually really love this bedroom. It's probably one of my favourites I've done in this build. It's just kind of, I don't know, it just turned out really well. It's like a very big room, which sometimes can be, you know, sometimes difficult to kind of furnish when it's that big, but even though this room is very big, it actually filled up really nicely, and it's like, you know, not any sparsely decorated areas, it's all very nicely decorated. I don't really know how to describe it, to be honest, but it has like a little fireplace area here with a TV, and it has a dressing table next to the window, and a bookshelf, mirror, dressing table, all that stuff as well. So there's lots to do in this room as well. And a lot of the rooms in this house are like that because, you know, well, it is such a big mansion that all the bedrooms are very decently sized. So most of the bedrooms have their own like fireplace or seating area and TV and things like that. So that's a nice addition, I think. So this room right here is kind of like that teen boys room that I was talking about before. Again, if that's just giving you an idea, if you don't know what to do with this room, that's kind of just what I had in mind. Of course, you don't have to do that with it. You can completely change it or leave it how it is or whatever you want. And also as well, like I said, there are 7 bedrooms, so this one right here is kind of like, you know, the most personalised one out of what I did. All the rest of them are neutral, and I also went ahead and put 1 bedroom downstairs. Now, I don't normally do that, really. If I do, it normally becomes the guest room, because I feel like if all the bedrooms are upstairs and you have one of them that's downstairs, I feel like it's kind of separate. So that's what I did with this particular room downstairs, which I think we've already worked on, but I do really love how that room turned out, and I would say that would be the master room if you were to decide on one. So right now we're just working on one of the bathrooms, and I don't always show the bathrooms in the speed build because because I do my bathrooms all the same. I find them like a very boring room to do, and I just want to get them over and done with, really. So what I might do is just maybe show you one of the bathrooms in the build, which I think I've already done, but I'm actually showing you another one here because this one's kind of like the main sort of master bathroom. Now, there is a master bathroom, a part of the master bedroom on that side of the house, but what I mean is that this one's like very big, and it's kind of like the main one, I guess, the main bathroom. So it just have a nice sort of bath area there against the window with those kind of console, like marble console tables as well, which I thought was a nice addition. So I went ahead and included that since it's a little bit different than the other bathrooms, since the other ones are a little bit more basic. And also as well, I did go ahead and put laundry in today's build. So there isn't a actual laundry room. The laundry machines, like the washing machine and stuff, are actually in the downstairs bathroom. And because that room was so big, I thought I'd just go ahead and put it in there. So that's where you can find that. And I did go ahead and put the laundry baskets in the bathrooms. I didn't want to go ahead and kind of scatter them through the bedrooms because I feel like if I'm playing with laundry myself, that having kind of laundry baskets in a big home, like everywhere, it can be really hard for your Sims to kind of find it all. So I find it just more easier to just keep them in the bathrooms and you know exactly where they are. So if you don't want to play with laundry though, however, that's totally fine because the laundry is actually just the stacked ones. So you can literally just take it out and it really doesn't make a difference to how the build looks. Now, I don't actually put laundry in my builds that often, but I thought that, well, actually, I've heard a lot of people tell me that it's easier to put laundry in a build than to kind of put a build up on the gallery without laundry, and then the person has to try and find a place to put the laundry machines, if that makes sense. So I went ahead and put it in today's build, just in case you'd like to play with it, then you can. If you don't, then just take the machine out. And also as well, Mona went ahead and put a like an exterior little laundry section as well with the washing line and the wash tub as well. So if you want to go ahead and use that instead of the washing machines, then feel free to go ahead and do that. Also, just like another side note, I'm doing this voiceover on the 17th of July. I don't know when this is going up. I'm pretty sure this is going up on the 21st. So I know this is like a little bit in advance for doing a voiceover, but I am currently pre-recording as I am going on a little vacation soon. So I'm just like, I've got 2 weeks of videos to do within a few days, so I'm just trying to get ahead as much as I possibly can, which means I have to do this voiceover a little bit early, which isn't always the best thing, because sometimes when I'm talking about things, it's not always time relevant by the time the build goes up, or sometimes I miss like Sims news in my voiceovers. So for example, if you watched last Sunday's video, which was the Colonial Mansion, in that build, I did actually record that voiceover before Friday's Max's Monthly, which meant I couldn't really talk about it because I'd already recorded the voiceover, then Max's Monthly happened, if that makes sense. So that's why pre-recording can sometimes be a pain, because I miss information like that, and then it's like a week later before I mention it in the voiceover again, then everybody knows it already. So yeah, that's one problem with, you know, doing pre-recording, but it's alright, I've got to get it done anyway. So this right here is the master bedroom suite. So as you saw out there, it does have its own little hallway area, and it does have a master kind of bathroom out there too. And then it does have this other huge big bedroom here, which has again another seating area, and it has like a computer area. I think it has a vanity table, and of course the bed as well. So it's a very kind of big, grand space in the house. It literally takes up the whole right side of the upstairs of the home. So I thought that was a really nice thing though, because it really makes it feel nice and grand. So I went ahead and did that. And now we're just working on the last part of the build, which is this like guest house thing at the back of the lot. So you can see what I meant earlier by doing this little entertainment sort of living room area down here. There is an extra bathroom down here too. And then upstairs you go to the kind of sort of loft room with the open windows. Now, because it is an open room, it did do that really weird blue light glitch. So I did go ahead and kind of cut off upstairs slightly, so it meant that the blue light didn't come down here into the living room, which you may have seen earlier. So I just did that to help the lighting a little bit here. And yeah, so we're pretty much finished with the build here. We're just going to be working on the bedroom, and then we'll be finished. So I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this build. Make sure you go ahead and check out Mona's part 1 on her channel, and I'll leave a link down below to that. Leave a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!